Oh, dude. Gemini, welcome to your next 72. Let's see what messages come out for you. Let's see what messages do you have for Gemini for the next 72. If you're new to Spiritual Guiding Light, welcome. As you can see, this is a new channel, so make sure that you subscribe so that you can be a part of the success and growth of this channel. Thank you. For those of you who have already subscribed and you've returned, welcome back to SGL. May you find the clarity, confirmation, and understanding, that you seek or need. All right. What messages do you have for Gemini for the next 72? Did I bring my phone in here? Hold on, Gemini, because I am waiting for a phone call, actually. Let me see. All right, Gemini. Let's see what's going on. My thing is not even. I'm having technical difficulties with my phone, Gemini, literally. My phone works. No one can hear me on my phone. At all. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what messages come out for the next 72. Learning yourself. Okay. All right, Gemini. Wherever I just channel, you're learning yourself. You feel like it's like learning yourself feels like life is starting all over again. Okay, Gemini. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, that's letting me know something. All right, Gemini. What other messages do you have for Gemini? It says, what do you want to balance first? I told you, Gemini, you said you're getting to know yourself all over again, but I feel like it's a new version of you. And it's a sense of, it feels like, like being birthed in this world. And it's kind of like, where am I? What do I do? What is this? What does this taste like? What kind of color is that? Oh, these are human beings. It's like you're in this position of wonder, right? Where do you start? What do you want to balance first? Gemini, put it in the comments. All right. Only you can answer that question. I can't answer that question for you, Goodness gracious. Okay, what do I want to balance first, Gemini? I think I would, if you were to be questioning me, Gemini, I would want to balance. Look at that. I would, before I reflect on this shadow conversation, I would want to balance first. Anywho, let me say this before I answer this. When it's a question like this, Gemini, if you have to take your time to answer it, that doesn't mean that's a bad thing. If you don't want to answer to anyone and you need time, however much time you need that's just how much time you need. If it takes me a month to figure out what I want to balance first, it could be the fact that I need to figure out what it is. Okay? And it's not just not knowing, it's just like if that can't be respected, like a lot of stuff can be going on all at once and then it's out of your control. But the acknowledgement of wanting to have a balance lifestyle, life, personality, a balanced conversation, learning how to communicate with people. So if you were asking me, a Gemini, okay, what would what would I like to balance first? And it's in the air because are you talking about my family? Are you talking about friends? Are you talking about personal? Okay, because what I was channeling for you, it feels like you working on yourself, but it's kind of like, what do you want to work on first? I feel like you're juggling, trying to multitask, of trying to balance yourself. Like, for instance, if working out is something that you want to do, it's kind of like, well, what area do you want to work on first? It's kind of like accepting that you can't do all of it all in one day. I don't know why they calling me when I can't answer my phone. Hello? 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 Let me see. Goodness gracious. Well, my replacement phone can end, Gemini, because I cannot take it. I can answer my phone. My phone works. Only thing that doesn't work about my phone is the fact that no one can hear me talk. And I feel like, is that what it is, Gemini? The first thing that you want to balance is people respecting for who you are. Respecting you. Just respecting you. And it may come off as a shadow conversation or a shadow thought, a shadow expression. Okay? Okay. Gemini. All right. This is a conversation that don't nobody want to talk about. Because I feel like, Gemini, you may feel in pressure that everyone wants you a certain way, but this is a conversation that don't want to be had. So if you ask them, well, how do we make this better? Whether it's a family unit, how do we make this job work? Okay, whether you work with, a particular person of interest, right? You could be in business with a partner, and it's kind of like, okay, it's a conversation that don't nobody want to have. But I feel like Gemini in the next 72 is like, you're not giving a fuck about no reward or no kudo points or no likes or no follows. Just like you're balancing you. And I feel like you could have been talking about this for quite some time, or you may be feeling like um, people are not responding to you the way that you want. And it's kind of like the more and more that you show that you're spending time with yourself and that you're loving yourself, I feel like because I feel like there is, with this shadow conversation, there is conversations going on about you. Okay. And it feels like those conversations about how people want you, it's like people see your flaws, people know how they want you to be, but you're literally saying, that's not me. That's not what you want. So yeah, it says pay attention to how pay attention to how you let go. Okay. It feels like here, and this is feminine energy that I'm reading, by the way, Gemini. It feels like it's not about people not understanding you. It's about figuring out a way that works, that will bring balance, so you can remove those shadow conversations that are being had. You know what I mean? They're happening, and you're not even being a part of it. And even if you get whiffed of it, if someone's being honest with you about any internal issues, it's like, pay attention, right? Right. And I feel like the share your house choose, if you have been closed off, it's like, yeah, you're not doing that no more. With this expired here, that expired here, the feminine is like, hell no, I'm not going out of my way for nobody. And it sounds so contradicting because ain't nobody going out of their way for you. Got it. So what do you need to balance first? That you need to spend time and focus on. Who cares about what people say, right? Who cares what's going on behind the scenes? But it's like, Gemini, what about those, like, who want to get to really want to be connected in your world? It's like, are they going to be exempt? Are you going to cut them out? Are you not going to, help someone to let them know, like, hey, this is what I went through? You know what I mean? Because I feel like everyone knows the how-tos. But I feel like that's what's being expired. People don't spend time with people. They just bounce from here to there, short tension spans. And it feels like, Gemini, either it's you, the person that people can come to, can confide in, or you're always finding yourself confiding into people. Okay? I'm getting, Gemini, with this not respecting boundaries. I'm getting the reason why you feel like that is because you're not respecting your own boundaries. Okay? You can have all the support physically, mentally, financially, but it's something that you have to balance out. And sharing those experiences will connect people, because we're living in a new time. You get what I'm saying? And you got it. It's just putting in the work. And that's the part that a lot of people think is easy, especially when you have experienced a lot in life. It could be hard to snap back. Some people, it take years to snap back, right? And I feel like the people that you feel lost hope in you, Gemini, those are going to be the main ones, like, for real. And I feel like those are the ones you're not going to even put no energy into. I feel like those relationships is dead and gone, but I still see you because you're not respecting your boundaries. You go against what you say. It's like, if you say, I'm not going to the store, you end up going to the store. If you say you're not going to talk to a certain person, you end up talking to that certain person. All right. Let's go ahead and look at these other messages. For some of you feminine Geminis, that was your message. You're welcome to stay. We're going to take a look at masculine, see what information comes out. All right. What messages do you have for Gemini? Man, if they had a census report on how many Geminis was in the world. Look, and then it says delivered. Dang, it's a lot of y'all Geminis, I'm telling you. A lot of Geminis. All right. Y'all can help us out. Yes. What other messages do you have? We have adapted. With so many Geminis that can help us and teach us how to, like, not think that situations are harder than what they are. Like y'all know how to like shit. It could be the worstest thing going on, and y'all just know how to just go about like ain't nothing even happened. It's like you'll face that music when you need to face it. Like whoever your Gemini is, you need to, I don't know, have some course, class, something. What other messages do you have for Gemini? Others of you Geminis that's having some difficulties because you're not in your own energy, Gemini, which is the third house. Okay. Third house dealing with communication. I feel are dealing with the message coming through in the next 72. That's the message. Someone is learning to adapt. I feel like there's a Gemini. You're going back against what you know. Like I said, if someone says, "Oh, I'm not going to the store today," and you end up going to the store, or it's like, "Nope, I'm not cooking today," and you end up cooking today, or it's like, "Nope, I'm not answering no calls today," and that particular person calls and you answer it out. It's like someone is learning to. I feel like when you create boundaries, it's boundaries. That's you. It's a Gemini. It's like you're creating boundaries, right? But these boundaries is to please. You're not creating boundaries for yourself. I feel like someone is like disciplining themselves with boundaries, but these boundaries are boundaries that, like, if I say I'm not gonna be on social media today, I hope such and such notice. It's like the boundaries that you are creating is more for the attention of others, are people. It feels like people pleasing, and I feel like someone is adapting to true reality, right? So it's kind of like you're releasing certain boundaries that you know was a conflict within your interpersonal self. So it's kind of like I'm hearing boundary less. I don't know. I don't even know if that's a word, but it's like there's a Gemini. It's kind of like you're not putting yourself on timeout anymore. Basically, you are. It's like someone has adapted to people pleasing. What other messages do you have for Gemini? This is masculine energy. That's what's so crazy, because this adapted here, masculine energy is not emotional. So it's kind of like, it feels like there's a masculine trying to, let me see. Tell me about this adapted. Because this adapted energy here could be a father figure. Someone acts like their father, like a spinning version, like they act just like their father. Or this is a father is releasing boundaries from those they were being hard on. So if this father figure has been hard on their kids, they're like removing certain boundaries. And they're having this realization that they're just a replica of their father figure or a masculine energy. Whoever this is, they're very strict. And remember how I was trying to explain to you about those boundaries, like that people pleasing, but it's kind of like when I was saying, like, as a person that would set a boundary for themselves for the day, or anything that they do, they'll set a boundary towards themselves and end up like basically lying to themselves. Okay, someone is no longer lying to themselves, basically. So it's kind of like, if you know that you're going to drink alcohol today, you're not going to say, "Oh, I'm not going to drink." You just going to go about your day. Because normally I feel like people are not believing what a Gemini says. I'm hearing, who cares? I am. I'm like, who cares? Let's keep going. What are the messages, Gemini? What are the messages for Gemini? Restored. Everything that you feel has changed that didn't feel good, it's going to be defaulted back to your liking. It's kind of like, yeah, I got my life back. Yeah, it feels like that in the next 72. Your mojo. This is masculine. It's a masculine energy here. Could be a father, like I said. They got their mojo back. And they're adapting to something that's being presented that's new. It's like if a masculine was feeling like not attractive, this masculine is now accepting their what they think is not attractive about themselves, and they're going to adapt to that, and it's going to restore their confidence, if that makes sense. Okay. All right, what other messages do you have for Gemini? Give me something. We have boosted. I told you. Somebody it's like, let's forget about time, Gemini. And let's just accept what is and rock it out. Literally, rock it out. Like, I'm feeling like you're not ready though. Like, some of you Geminis ain't ready for what's about to be restored. Cause I'm telling you, insecurities is being insecure is played out. Basically, it's like get with the program. It's adapted, restored, and boosted. It's like get with the program. Stop being hard on yourself, whoever you are. Because if you're a feminine energy, this masculine energy is representing you having to be like independent, because it's like you play both roles. Because you could be a parent, so you have that dominant energy. If you are a masculine, someone is saying, I am not my father. So now, and you realize you're becoming that person, it's like accept it. Accept it. It feels like a lot of acceptance here on the table that restores your virtue. Oh, we Gemini, stop it. Stop it. Yeah, baby. Queen of Pentacles. I told you. Okay. Someone is realizing that what people think is responsible, you're like, what? It's like an eye awakening. The things that you think people should be responsible for, people ain't don't care about that no more. It's like I'm hearing dumb it down. If you don't know how to dumb it down, then you're gonna keep having these like um it's like a disaster. You keep having disaster moments where it's like emotional outbursts, and it's kind of like uh and that's the thing. This is masculine energy. Whoever's really strict is like you about to have fun, to where it's kind of like you acting foolish, because this hangman here is like a wild card, really. It's like every direction, here, there. We're Gemini. Shoot, Gemini was supposed to be at work, and I heard they all the way in Texas. It's like there's a Gemini. It's like you become careless, and then the pieces of life start coming together. It's like it's a Gemini. You're getting ready to really experience the fool's journey. I don't know how to explain it. The moment that you release being strict and hard on yourself, false boundaries, You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If I knew how to explain it, I would explain it exactly the way, but I have to deliver the message the way that I know how. It'll come together. It's like you have that moment, like even I have those moments, Gemini. I'll be like, you know what, God, I need you to help me make more sense so that the collective will understand the message you're trying to get me to deliver. And I feel like the more when I'm not like overdoing it, everything flows good. It's not about you meeting the expectation of how people would be thinking that you're being yourself. No, it's you. It's an energy. You can't make this type of energy release is not something that can be forced. Okay, we have actors and all that stuff, but you can't pretend this energy, Gemini. Not this energy I'm talking about. Like for real, you can't. And I feel like once you stop being strict on yourself, everything starts like I'm hearing re-emerging. It's like things start shifting. It's like the wheels start churning. Some wheels are going backwards. It's like a time machine. It's crazy. Like you're gonna be having moments, Gemini, and this is past the 72. It's like I don't know, the power of your mind, the moment that you accept your truth when it comes to boundaries, your truth when it comes to stop being hard on yourself or others, it's like boom, fireworks, like for real, experiencing the true version of your journey. Oh, Gemini, what other messages do we have for Gemini moving forward? Let's go ahead and keep going. What other messages do you have for Gemini? Shoot, I heard spend some time. I heard that in a couple of songs. Because y'all know I have a song and spend some time is in there. But either than that, we have transcending. Told you. I told you, Gemini. It says, rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. A dance to the universe. That's what it says. I don't know if you can see that. I can. Oh, let's see. What does Gemini need to see within this transcend? What does Gemini need to see within this transcending? The Two of Cups, Gemini. That's what I'm saying. It's like the universe is saying, boom. And now you ready? Is you ready, Gemini? Is you ready, Gemini, to really experience a journey here on Earth? Like, have you ever heard that saying, Gemini? Um, um, like, it's not asking you shall receive. It's another saying. It's kind of like a person that no longer is asking, it just comes to them. And I can't think of the metaphor right now, but it's a metaphor. Title. Oh my goodness gracious. This is feeling like a Gemini. It's like a dream comes true. Page of Wands. It's like, and that's what it is. You haven't been tapped into your inner child. And sometimes I don't like to use the phrase inner child. I just feel like you haven't been doing the things that you've been wanting to do. You've been too hard on yourself, too strict on yourself at that. And there was no results. So resulting is shit. If you want to have sex, Libra. I mean, is it? Oh, don't let me start nothing. Gemini, you definitely hold a position in someone's life. Okay? And you're the only one that can take care of them sexually. And this person wants more. Yeah. This person don't want to create with no one else with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. They're not fulfilled. The Nine of Cups with the Six of Pentacles behind it, coming in with the, yeah, it's someone coming in. I need you, Gemini. Gemini, baby, I need you. Mm-hmm. Rumor has it the ten of what's it called? With the ten of what's it called? 10 of Pentacles. Stop playing transcending. I like this energy. I like it. But do you like this energy? The Page of Wands. All right? You're going to be very wise when it comes to your decision making. Okay? Like for real. Can't nobody, there's only you, Gemini. And even if somebody's in your energy, Gemini, come on. There's Two of Cups. Like, I would say entertain one a cup at a time, Gemini, because if you can master more than 10 cups, well, then you go ahead. You go ahead with your bad self. And the next 72, oof, is it love or is it seduction? Is it lust? In the next 72? Whatever it is, you hold the high regard. That's the situation. It's about what you want. It's not even about how other people react or what you accept from everyone else. Everyone's moving or how they are acting as a result is regards to you. I don't think you understand how much control that you have at this time, Gemini. Let's go ahead and move forward. Okay, we're moving forward, Gemini. Let's go ahead and move forward. All right, let's look at rebel energy. What does Gemini need to acknowledge or speak up about in the next 72? I heard chill pill. Somebody need a chill pill. All right. Gemini. If you feeling like people don't understand you, just don't worry about it. Okay, there's a lot of people that feel like they misunderstood. Do you, but do it in like a young version of yourself. Like it feels like if you have a younger version of yourself, it helps you feel really good. And it's kind of like I'm not telling you to act not your age. It's like, god damn. If someone say, hey Gemini, we're gonna play cards tonight, you wanna come? Go play cards. Go have fun. Don't say no, it's in the middle of the week. I don't want to. Unless you truly know you have other obligations. Right? But if you're able to go have a good time, go have a good time. Like go play cards. I feel like there is a Gemini that I am channeling. It says you're going through some tough shit. It's like you want everything to be in your bubble. You don't want to be in no one else's bubble. That's controlling issues. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong. You're not gonna lose your position, babe. Okay. Someone's going through something. That's something that you need to acknowledge. But it doesn't mean it has to. It doesn't mean it stops your world. Because we have love is showing, and we have fucking apologize that's popping out too. All right. Someone doesn't want you to give up on them, or this is you, Gemini. Sometimes I get irritated. I'll be like, God, I'll be tired of saying this is you, or that I'm just gonna just tell you what I'm getting, and then you place it where it fits. You get what I'm saying? I feel like that's the energy that's transpiring. It's like, I told you I loved you. I've shown it, and you're just not getting it. Okay? So I feel like, you have made necessary changes, but people don't know that. People don't see that. People don't understand it, or people are not comprehending it. Let's really figure out what this transcending is. We already got the messages from this transcending here. This is letting me know that truth. Like, someone is afraid of the truth. Someone is afraid of their own power. Someone is afraid of taking control. Reason why someone doesn't want to be in a relationship is because they're scared that a good person will turn bad, meaning they don't want to be in a domestic violence um, a domestic violence relationship. Okay, that's someone's fear. It says be Gemini, or go beyond the range or limits of something that is abstract, typically a conceptual field or division. This is like truly being yourself without any regard. It feels a real hyper though. Someone can have a lot of energy and you've submerged that energy. Now with this fucking apologize and rebel energy, I feel like someone saying that they love you is their apology. They won't say I apologize. That's just in their nature. But when they say I love you, when this person says I love you, I'm telling you, that's their apology. Very confusing, right? I know. Like, god dang. Challenges and obstacles for Gemini. Like, so when you say I love you out of the blue, what the hell did you do? Don't nobody got time for that. I know I don't want to be sitting here worried. No. All right, we have to the sea. We have to the sea. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay. There is an air sign. That means there is an air sign here that is very important to someone in their life, and they are waiting on. This person is waiting. I'm not saying they're waiting. They're not having fun. They're not having sex. They're not out there mingling. No, they're doing that, but they're waiting on you. They're waiting on you. You can come in and out of this person's life. This person is going to say yes, Gemini. They're not, and that's this person. I'm telling you, it's that person, because we have thinker. It is that person. They would never apologize, but their way of saying I apologize is I love you. Love. Okay, this person is out there living their life, while a Gemini is sitting there waiting on them. They're not. Then you have to take control. It's like you have to put in the footwork to get that response. So it's like if you're waiting for someone to call, no, you're going to have to initiate the conversation. I just have to tell you. Let's look at possible foolishness, possible foolish energy. Yeah, goodness gracious. Eight of Pentacles. The reason why your phone is crickets is because people truly believe that you're working on yourself. It's like people respect you, Gemini. But with this Eight of Pentacles being a foolish energy, I feel like someone is fooling themselves. You're putting some kind of expectation on yourself that you know you cannot fulfill. So it's like, just take one step at a time. Start with love. Love yourself. Enjoy yourself. Apologize to yourself that you put a hard responsibility on yourself that you know that you could not uh, be successful at. I mean, it's like, someone saying they're going to turn their life around, but you ain't doing nothing, right? It's someone that does a lot of talk and no action. But I feel like there is action, just people are unable to see it. I think it's more mental than anything. Yeah. Let's go ahead, shadow energy. This transcending could be really, really hard for somebody because it makes them feel like a fool. You know what I mean? But it's not that. It's being said that ain't nobody work. It's like, don't nobody know. How do I say it? A serious person ain't getting no love. Basically, if you want love, stop being so serious. If you want attention, loosen up. If you want conversation, initiate it. Dang. Shadow energy. The 9 of Wands. Yeah. 9 of Wands is shadow energy. Making plans. Like being more practical than anything in shadow energy. It's this awareness of knowing like your power. And it's like the cackles here is because someone is immature in shadow. When they're in their shadow self, they're immature. It's like me sitting here saying, Gemini, I want you to tell me good morning every day, but you are not initiating of saying good morning. It's like, okay, if you want me to do that, whatever you want me to do, I want you to do too. So it's like if I don't say good morning, I don't get to talk to you today. It's like that type energy. Gemini, why are you so obsessed with me? You have a lot of attraction where you don't even see it. You'll see it. Start initiating. Don't worry about why someone else is not initiating. Start initiating. Okay, getting involved. Whether that's that low vibrational thinking. Apologize to yourself for having low vibrational thoughts. Okay. It's like, apologize to yourself, Gemini. It's okay, because this is your shadow energy, not a wands. You understand? You have two identities, whether you want to accept it or not. Positive thinking is not really a hard thing for you. Working on a relationship maybe. I feel like you give more, Gemini, to people who are not actually a blood relation than anything. We have the 10 of emotions at the bottom of the deck. I still need to shuffle these though. Something is telling me to take it and pertaining to the shadow energy, feminine energy. Reason why is because you're the leader in your life. You got to take the initiative. You got to do all the initiations. And Gemini, it's like you got to tell people what you want, but in a way, in a sense of it's a double hold. It's like if you want if that's the thing, feminine energy, you're not getting the results of it's like you want people to be submissive to you. You want people to bow down to you. You want everything to be your way. But until you be the leader, you got to be a leader when you want people to do what you want you to do all the time. You got to submit to them, and always initiating. Good morning, hi, how you doing? What you doing today? Oh, okay. You know what I mean? And then when you have those moments where you're needing that conversation, they show up. I feel like there's a Gemini. It's like you say what you want, but you're not practicing what you're preaching. I can get that. That's a collective energy. A lot of us do that. You know what I mean? I could sit here and say, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna start working at 2 in the morning, and 2 in the morning come, and I'm like, you know what? I really don't have to start working at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'll start working at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock come, okay. No, I think I need to take a break today, right? So it's like I've created this overwhelming sensation within myself, and now I'm telling my intellect to be in battle with my flesh. And it's like I'm feeling like there's a blessing in disguise, Gemini, and being submissive. I don't think you want to, though. For real. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I feel like somebody wants you to apologize because they in love, baby. Mm-hmm. Gemini, you be having people hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold. Goodness gracious, can I get a cup of ice? And a lot of people don't even like ice. We have the King of Wands, masculine energy. And then we have the Page of Wands. It's sexual energy going on. With the Knight of Wands here, someone got a lot of energy. Someone is a ball of fire. Definitely is. I don't know. The choice is yours. If you want to keep wondering when, how, then actually having it now, then initiation, it has to happen. It does. It's like you have to be the one. It may feel like that, but you'll adapt to it because that's what we have from the beginning. So your next 72 is more of an extended. It is because if you want someone to put in the effort, it's like you have whatever you want, whatever it is that you are seeking and needing and wanting, it's like you have to put in the effort, the same amount of effort. I don't think someone thinks that you really like them. Just FYI. Let's go ahead and look at this romantic oracle session. You know how we get down, Gemini. I'm going to be referencing to you. Self. You can fill in the blank of who your mind is set on. All right? I think we can agree to that. All right, Gemini. Let's go ahead and pull our romantic oracles. Gemini, you making me smile for some reason. I don't know. See, it's something about you. It's like I can't even be mad at you. So, goodness gracious. Whew. So these came and flew up in the air. I'm going to take them. They literally flew in the air. All right. Now, pertaining to you, self, Gemini, releasing Air X. The time has come to clear your energy. It's time to release your old ways, Gemini. Okay? And adapt to these ways that, people have been telling you they want you to be. More communicative, more communicative, showing up more. It's just, hey, hi, how are you doing? I mean, put it in the work, Gemini. And pertaining to whoever you're thinking about, release your ex. Point blank serious. And pertaining to soulmate, yes, this is your soulmate. And pertaining to self, Gemini, see, that's why you got me smiling over here, is because I like this new version of yourself that you are becoming, and you do too. Anywho, and pertaining to soulmate, if this is what you are focusing on, yes, this is your soulmate. All right. So stay optimistic about your love life, Gemini. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And that's what you've been doing. These go hand in hand, Gemini. Two sides, baby. Okay. It's the fact that you are seeing this new version of you. Continue to be optimistic. Others of you Geminis, it's like don't even get in the mind frame of what if it is happening, but yes, yes. Let's shed some light on your reading, Gemini. You just making me smile. It's a lot of sexual energy in here, but that's not what's making me smile. What's making me smile is you're getting it. You're getting it. This transcending. I love it. So many colors. Ooh, yes, you are the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead. Shed some light. Let me stop. Let me stop. I'm just giving love. Just giving verbal love. That's it. Forgive me if I said anything wrong, Gemini, because you know how you get when you get in your ways. Okay, it says you're already doing it. See what I'm saying, Gemini? Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. I love it. And I hope you too, Gemini. Let's go ahead and pull an affirmation. Yes, I like you too, Gemini. I'm telling you, Gemini. Goodness gracious. If if Valentine's could have been the date in December. Goodness gracious, why is you making somebody feel like it's Valentine's Day? Listen, if you are married, it says my marriage is becoming stronger and deeper and more stable each day. It says you are loved just for being who you are, just for existing. Let's grab one more. It says the power is within me. Yes, this is what I need you to understand, Gemini. The next 72 is your powers. The powers of how you communicate, the powers of your thinking, the powers of how the way you're moving, the powers how you just really just it's like you being elegant when it comes to the flow of time. I like it, and that's what I'm saying. For those of you who wanted to, you missed out on the beginning of the overall channel messages, you can always go back to the beginning of this next 72. Gemini, I think you becoming a big fish in the sea. Don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle, and that is you and I.